Hey, attention crypto gossipators, things are about to get interesting. Remember, not financial advice.
Hey guys, what is up? Hope everyone is doing well. Hope everyone's having an amazing day because I am as usual. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. So, as we see it, Bone's price has broken through resistance lines and everyone is very hyped up about it. So it's important to talk about Bone while the motivation is high and the optimism is out there in the air. So you're probably thinking, well, what is next? I mean, how far is Bone going to go? And what is going to define this whole thing? Well, I was thinking a lot about it because, on this channel, I try to really put out my thoughts and try to go a little bit deeper than just always reading the news or what is currently happening, but really trying to analyze. And I was thinking, well, Bone is probably going to experience the craziest FOMO ever, and it is going to define Bone. So FOMO is going to define Bone, and Bone is going to define FOMO. For those of you that don't know what FOMO is, it's very simple. This is the fear of missing out. And when there is a fear of missing out, people start going crazy, right? This is a Black Friday situation. Shopping season, everybody just going in, just throwing in all their money and trying to get a piece of it. Now, guys, you're probably thinking, well, why? Why would there even be FOMO for Bone? Like, why Bone? Why not anything else? Well, it's very simple. It's because Bone looks absolutely spectacular on paper. Spectacular, right? I mean, if I was to write down on paper every single point of Bone, it looks beautiful. It looks like the complete investment. And you know how you've got all these successful investors like Warren Buffett, they look for undervalued stocks. Well, here it is, guys. Undervalued crypto. It's extremely undervalued in my opinion. And it's a matter of time until people are shown just how undervalued it is, right? So let me just go over a few points just to get you a little bit, guys, excited, because you need that excitement sometimes. I can see that it can be a little bit tiring that you have to wait for this for a long time. Well, let me go in and show you, right? So most important thing, which I have pointed out in every single video, is the low supply. The low supply with such important utility and use case is the perfect recipe for success, is the perfect recipe for an absolute explosion in the price, right? Boom. That's what I'm talking about. Just an explosion of price up. Now, let me make it clear to you, ladies and gentlemen. Circulating supply right now is around 160 mil, 170 mil. Obviously, it changes around. The more investors start coming in, the more action starts happening when ShibaSwap 2.0 comes out. I mean, imagine how much is going to be staked. There's a lot of people moving it to L2. And everybody's starting to really understand just how Shibarium is working and what Shibarium it needs to be used for, and how we can actually move our funds to the L2. And guess what you need on the L2 is the gas token Bone. So the utility and demand just keeps on growing. It's not like supply is growing, right? We're moving away the supply. Supply is being taken out every time, but demand starts going up. Because remember, Bone's the gas token on Shibarium. So Shibarium right now, after it's been hard forked, has and is trying to attract as much investment as possible. And I'm talking about all these projects coming in, building, partnering, integrating. There's a lot of fancy words, but behind all these fancy words, there's a lot of money. And we care about the money. We need the volume. We need it to go in. You see what I'm trying to say here? So on paper, it just looks amazing what is going to happen. And on top of it, regardless of everything that is happening with the dev team, and you may be angry, happy, there may be delays, the bull run is coming. The dev team cannot control the bull run. That's one thing that you have to understand. You may be angry at Satoshi Kusama, Lucy, whoever it is. Doesn't matter. Bull run's coming. It's pushing everything up. Right? And if the last bull run, Bone goes to $3 with no utility, no use case, it was an absolute nobody. I mean, nobody really knew what Bone is, and it goes over $3. Imagine now. Imagine how far it could go now. Guys, you better start calling up your bank managers and letting them know that you may have a lot of money going into your accounts, and for them to actually start getting ready for this. Otherwise, they're going to suspect you of, being involved in some criminal gang or some stuff like that, because it is going to be insane. Whatever bag you're holding, you should be looking at least at 10x and over. That's crazy money. Instant millionaires will be created. People will be able to purchase things that they could have never imagined before. So a lot of money is going to be going in. And it is not the time to get upset, to get worried. It's the time to start getting ready, to start looking at your bag and thinking, well, is this how much I should be holding right now? I've got Bone, right? Bone here. Should I maybe expand it a little bit more, right? Because, like I've said many, many times, time is very, very limited. Very limited. And any moment, any second, anything is possible, especially with a bull run coming up, with the crypto markets being covered. And, the whole point of this video is just to talk about the FOMO. So you have all these points, and they are so great. So imagine if the investors really start understanding, they start looking into it, it looks amazing on paper. So we might get some very sophisticated investors. And these sophisticated investors won't mind actually putting in big sums of money. It's different to some of these, investors that probably look at just the charts, the last bull run 4 years ago, and they'll just diversify their portfolios, put in their investments into like 20 different cryptos, hoping that like 2 or 3 of them explode and cover, all the other ones. I get it. There are strategies like this, but there will be a lot of sophisticated investors, those that will be reading, analyzing, and I think Bone just looks amazing. On paper, it looks incredible. And on top of it, with the bounty that we have put on Bone of $100, bounty, I mean, the price that it needs to be reaching. And a lot of people have predicted this type of price, even more. So FOMO is going to kick in at any price at this point. You may think, well, maybe if it goes to $5 or $10, it's over. No, there will be a lot of investors be like, well, I'm loading up on Bone at $10 because I can reach 100, so I can 10x my investment, which is a crazy return on investment. So you see what I'm trying to say here is that the FOMO is going to be real, and you will start seeing it once, the money starts pouring in, once the investors are already warned that, look, we're approaching, we're closer than ever, and you better start doing your due diligence. How can we get the message across? I mean, it looks great on paper. I get it. On paper, it looks amazing. But who's going to see this paper? Well, that's already a different thing, right? We're going to have a lot of new exchanges listing Bone. We're going to have a lot of social media hype, a lot of influencers covering it, a lot of integrations, partnerships, and so on. And when people start actually doing all the due diligence into Bone, and they start figuring out that, look, this thing is so undervalued. It's crazy. Phew. I mean, I'm telling you right now, learn the word FOMO, and FOMO is going to equal Bone. Bone equals FOMO, FOMO equals Bone. Fear of missing out. And luckily, we've been around for a long time. Well, me personally, I mean, I don't know each one of you, but I assume that a lot of you have been in Bone for quite a while. So you are going to be compensated for the time that you have spent, you have invested, and you have trusted. Okay? And like I've said many times, what it's going to take is your patience. If you can be patient, then go, leave, because any time you invest into anything, you might require patience. Yeah, there will be, these scenarios where you make money overnight, with some super lucky investments that you would have never known they could have made you a lot of money, like a lot of these Shib millionaires, those people that invested into Shib and became millionaires during last bull run. But did they 100% know? I don't think so, right? Because they would have probably put in even more. So yeah, sometimes you can get lucky, but also apart from luck, there is a lot of calculated risk, and that is what we have here. Beautiful investment with a lot of things to come, and I have no reason to put it down because I still haven't seen the full potential of it. I would make videos if it didn't go up and we didn't see any developments and there's just absolute crap, right? And a lot of time would have passed, then yeah, of course, I would get angry and say a lot of bad things about it. But I just can't because I haven't seen it go through these stages. I need to go through stages. So as I've said, the whole point of this video is to make you understand that FOMO is going to be serious at any price. And it's going to be pushing and pushing Bone up because the investors will believe that this thing is, with a lot of potential and has just unlimited price limits, right? So as of now, if you have any thoughts, leave them down below. What do you think of FOMO, Bone? How do you see the future of it? Let me know down below. Let's discuss, let's talk. I'm going to try to respond to all of you guys. And as usual, big thank you to everyone. I appreciate all the support, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace out.